Welcome to World of Warcraft, of all things. I'm going to be calling this series A Total Noob Plays WoW. Or A Total Noob Plays Warcraft. I'm not sure how I'm going to say that just yet. I am completely and totally an absolute noob when it comes to World of Warcraft. I know very little about the game, and most of what I know I've learned in the last few days. So, and I'll go over my knowledge of and history with Warcraft as I proceed, because there are no doubt times when there won't be much going on and I'll have plenty of time to talk. Okay, here we are on the character screen, and apparently it generates something random every time you come into the character creation screen here. And this is a Worgen Death Knight. And from what I have, little bit that I've learned, the Death Knight, you can't have one of those until you have a character that is already at level 55. So we won't be doing Death Knight. And I'm looking at some of these things. You got your plain old kind of boring humans, your dwarves and your night elves, your gnomes, and I'm sorry, no, that's not going to happen. Your Draenei, I got to admit, this guy looks impressive. The Worgen, for that matter, looks impressive, and so on. And then on the other side, you've got orcs and undead and taurens. This guy's got a broken horn. Trolls. Boy, will you look at the tusks on that guy. Good grief. How does he manage to drink a mug of coffee? Blood elves. He looks sort of regal. Has sort of a regal kind of look to him. And your goblins, and of course, let's not forget the Pandarans. Maybe sometime, but not today. I've looked at a bunch of these, and what I've decided to go with is the undead. And for the class, I'm going with Warlock. So we'll go with that. And they changed his clothes. Let's see. We're starting with the skin color here. Sort of normal flesh tone looks. Get to greenish and bluish shades. And so on. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's make him look as dead as possible. There we go. Alright, let's get the face. Oh, boy. Dude, you're missing half of you're missing your lower jaw. Oh, boy. Okay, let's come back to the face. Hairstyle. How about features? Hey, here we go. He can have a mouth. How about that? How about that indeed? Alright, we'll go with that. Alright, hairstyle. Let's see if he has any. Oh boy. An undead punk rocker. Oh, please. I think I'm going to go with this one. Alright, hair color. We've got the sort of kind of wants to be blonde, green, blue-green, purple, sort of almost purplish black. Sort of a green-gray. I'm going to go with that. face, I guess that's about facial markings and features. I wish I could zoom on him like this, but apparently you can't do that. Okay, this guy looks like he just stepped out of a grave. Great. Perfect. Alright, now for a name, let's see. I actually did some thinking about this ahead of time. Alright. Okay, name is unavailable. Alright. Let's spell it that way.
Though Lady Sylvanas and her Forsaken finally took vengeance upon their
Intro video.
enemy, the Lich King, their dark crusade in Northrend proved costly. Betrayed by Grand Apothecary Putrus at the Battle of Wrathgate, the Forsaken's devious plague of death was unleashed upon both the Alliance and the Horde to calamitous effect. Unbeknownst to Sylvanas, Putrus and his demonic ally, Varimathras, had taken control of the Undercity. As a result, the Forsaken were wrongly blamed for the traitor's atrocities.
Really epic intro here.
When the Undercity was eventually retaken, Sylvanas and her followers still bear the weight of Putrus' sins. Mistrusted by the other members of the Horde, the Forsaken must now prove their loyalty to the cause and redeem themselves from their supposed treachery. To this end, Sylvanas has bolstered her defenses within the Tirisfal Glades and readied her undead forces for any contingency. As one of the Forsaken, you must use your cunning and viciousness to slay any who would pose a threat to Sylvanas' rule, be they human, undead, or otherwise.
Okay. Alright. Well, let's see. What do we got going on here? Okay, now this here, that is a mod that I've put in called WoW Pro Leveling Guide. And what it does is it helps you level, not by doing stuff for you, but by guiding you to select quests for gaining experience. Okay. And apparently I need to click on this person to accept the very first quest, which is getting up out of the grave. Welcome back to the realm of the living. Oh boy, okay. Free to choose whatever path. Well, that's good, because that's what I'm going to. Head for Undertaker Mordo at the Death Knell Graves in Tirisfal Glades. 2 copper and 10 experience. Okay, yeah. Alright. Now this guy, let's see. And yes, there's another mod in here that puts this. I'm going to put this up here. It's a kind of a waypoint, a navigation mod that tells you. Okay. I need to turn those sound effects down. System sound effects. There we go. Yeah, that was too loud. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and complete that quest. He's glad to see we're up and around. Others apparently didn't manage to get successfully risen. And I need to obtain thick embalming fluid and corpse stitching twine from the Shadow Grave and Death Knell. Okay. And while we're on the way to doing that, and yeah, this would be the Shadow Grave in question. I chose the Warlock. Well, I chose the Undead guy just simply because I think he looks kind of cool. Okay. All right. going for here? Nothing up there. Nothing here. What's on the table? Oh, okay. All right, there we go. That takes care of that. Yeah, this is kind of like a GPS. It gives you navigation info to show you how to get to places. I mean, you do have an in-game map. Hit M on the keyboard. You get. I'm going to zoom that down. It doesn't need to be that big. And then, of course, you've got a mini map, and so on. And so I chose the undead simply because it looks really kind of cool. I mean, he just looks like bad news warmed over. And I chose the warlock because in MUDs and adventure games and D&D type things in the past, I've always kind of favored the magic users. So this one looked like it'd be a fun one. Alright, here's your stuff. Okay, and there's the quest completed. And I have another one that I can do. The wake, let's see, those that can be saved. This here saying I should accept that quest. And for this one I have to kill 6 mindless zombies, and I get to choose one of these things for a reward. Yeehaw, good for Sylvanas. Okay. Alright. Okay, yeah, we get a... Apparently this class, or race, whichever, I'm not sure which, gets a free minion that comes with it. So that's cool. Alright, so let's see. Okay, let's click on you. Yeah, that's a mindless zombie, alright. Okay, by clicking on it, we've got it locked as a target, and we just either click here or hit 1 to fire the apparently only spell we've got at the moment. And a little minion is throwing fireballs to help out. Oh, that's good. Okay. And right click, loot the corpse. Alright, here's another thing. Let's see, system. Interface. Okay. Auto loot. Turn it on. I'm also going to block trades, guild invites, and chat channel invites for the moment. There. Because that kind of thing can be, well, it's a unwanted interruption. And I've noticed it. I've also learned that tab, it automatically selects the closest target. So we blast this guy, take out a few more. Dude, you're missing an arm. Yeah, automatic looting is so much better. It's interesting, when you attack something, it starts running towards you. I can't help thinking that, realistically, if I attack something, I would actually expect most of the time for it to run away from me, not towards me. But what the heck, these are mindless zombies. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Here we go. And let's see, one more. This part is part of the vanilla game that tracks your quest objectives. And this will be 6 of 6. we have 2 copper. Alright, let's go turn this quest in. Now, how about if I put this over here where it actually makes a little bit of sense? Alright, there's your dead guys. Alright. Alright. Now, let's see, we gotta go this way. Speak with Lillian Voss and Marshall Redpath and Valdred Moray. Alright. I like that this tells you not only the direction you have to go, but how far away it is. Alright, Valdred Moray, here he is. Don't you remember? You died. Okay. Yeah, so go talk to the Undertaker and you'll find out what's going on. Alright. Next we have to find Lillian Voss and Marshall Redpath. Alright. Well, the mini-map shows something here. That's probably the location of the various people to talk to. Yes, it is. Okay, Lillian Voss, here you go. You're undead. Yeah, and you talk like you know it. You've known it all the time. Okay. And here's Redpath. You died. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. Alright. So, we woke up a few more undead. Finished with your quest. And level 2, alright. Beyond the grave, another quest. Speak with Deathguard Sultane. Now, these quest things, I'm not necessarily always going to be reading them out. I'll kind of try to summarize it. What I'm going to do in video is when they come up, I will enlarge them on screen so that you can read them if you want. You can pause the video and read them, and so on. Let's see. Okay, yellow question mark is turning in a quest. That's this one up here. Here we go. Do I want the gloves or the battered cloak? I don't guess it matters. Let's see. That one is the character info. Battered cloak goes on the back. Okay. So I don't have anything for either slot, so we'll just take that. Let's see. Here's our bag. Go ahead and pop that on there. Alright. I am, as I said, quite new to Warcraft. I did have an experience with Warcraft back in 2009, and I'll go into that another time when there's more time to talk about that. But basically, I am completely new to Warcraft. I've never played it. I've only watched very little video of it, and frankly, most of the video I've seen of it is stuff that I can't honestly consider to be anything remotely like good video. Like with most things, most of the video made in a particular subject is less than wonderful. And you know, you find good video at any genre, any game or whatnot, but for every good video, for every one good video, there's maybe 100 or 1,000 bad ones, or less than good ones. All right, what does Sultane want here? Okay, you're forsaken. Okay, Salty. Okay, I'm apparently the most promising warlock he's seen all day. Well, I'm probably destined to rule the world. Okay, recruitment. I need to find 6 scarlet corpses. Point at them so Darnell can pick them up. And I get some more goodies and some coinage to do it. All right. All right, let's see. Let's have a look at our map. Okay, and if I rotate around, yeah, this is pointing the direction we're facing. There's where we need to go. The blue area is apparently the region that we have to look in, which is right where we are, so I can close that. Controls of movement is the WASD keys, or hold both mouse buttons left and right down to move forward. All right. Well, I see a lot of dead things. Most of them are walking around, and it's pretty okay. Okay. Go get that one, Darnell. Oh, yeah, he's going to carry them. Okie doke. And there's another one over there. So, I was talking to somebody recently, and they suggested that I should check out Warcraft. Told them about my previous experience, and I was advised to try it again anyway. And so I spent some time with the free-to-play until level 20 version, checking it out and so on. I read a few blogs and so on. Let's see. Need 2 more of these guys. Apparently there's none right in the area. Dude, get out of my face, or at least out of my camera. I really don't like zooming out this far, but apparently you have to when you've got somebody attached following you. Oh, here we go. Missed him. Somebody else got to it first. All right. Anyway, the long and the short of it is, I spent some time with that free-to-play version. And did some reading, a little bit of research, and decided to give it a go. Partly because that person also bought me the game, and okay, I need to get back into the area where we're supposed to be here. They decided that if I would give it a go, they'd buy me the game and get me some game time into December. And so I'm giving it a shot, and we'll see how this goes. Here's another corpse for you to pick up. It looks like a heavy load. All right. Okie dokie. Let's turn this in, and we'll move on to the next thing. And before we get very far into things, I'm going to say that, okay, go speak to the Shadow Priest. Okie doke. Alright, before I get too far into things, I do want to say that I'm going to be recording for I don't know how long per session, and I'm just going to break that up into 20 or 30-minute sections as it goes. So if something kind of stops in the middle, consider that a cliffhanger for coming back to see how it turns out in the next episode. Okay. Complete the quest. All right. Kill 8 undead outside death now. Either wretched ghouls or rattle-caged skeletons. Oh, goody. All right. One thing I've noticed about the undead is that you look at him, he's always like half crouching or half bent over. Half crouching, yeah. If I stood like that for more than a few minutes, my knees would be just really, really, really upset with me. Okay. Ah, you're a wretched ghoul. And yeah, okay. So when you get a target, attack it right away before somebody else comes along and steals it. At least in a newbie area where there's a whole bunch of new characters doing their thing all at the same time. There's not enough targets to go around. One of the reasons I like the magic users, like the basic mage or your warlock or whatever other kind of magic user, is that typically they have a ranged attack. And so they don't have to be right up in the mob's face to start the attack and do their thing. And in a lot of ways, that makes them a lot more survivable. And while it is true that most magic user types are, to say the least, extremely squishy when they first start out, in later levels, they can become quite powerful. And I like that idea a lot, so that's what I'm aiming for. And like I said, I've always kind of preferred the magic users anyway. I did have one character once that was a multi-class character. He was a thief mage combination, and I'll tell you what, that was 9 different kinds of fun. You take a character that's got all the advantages of your basic magic user, plus can sneak and hide and double backstab and so on. That was a heck of a lot of fun. I had that character, this was on an old style MUD, which is a text-based adventure game, which is actually kind of a lot like what WoW is. It's vaguely D&D based, and in the case of the old MUDs, they were text-based, and you played them by connecting via a Telnet client. And it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of that going on back in the day. And that one character, who also, by the way, happened to be named Balkos, I had him as a level 92 for quite a while. Level 3. All right. Okay. Why is the backpack open? All right. Okay, we have to... Okay, what I've learned here with this guide, and that's all it is, it's a guide. It shows me what quests to take, in what order to take them and complete them. It feeds information to this GPS thing up here, the arrow, to show me how to get to things. And the exclamation point means request a quest. So, you sound threatening. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Okay, and let's see. The Truth of the Grave from this one. Oh, that voice sounds familiar. It really does. Okay. And another one from Maximilian. Okay, this is turning one in.